Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us tonight. The Ashwaubenon-based retailer added 38 more stores to a list of closures today.
One of the stores set to close is the first Shopko ever opened. We are looking at what that means for employees and customers in the area. Fox 11's Amber Luckett joining us now live near the Shopko on Military Avenue in Green Bay. And Amber, this announcement is a pretty big deal for the area.
It is, especially with the company deciding to close this location here on Military Avenue, which is the original location. Many people say it's a sign that the company could be closing for good, leaving thousands of people with no job. For more than 50 years, Shopko has been a staple in the Green Bay community.
The original location opened in '62. It's our hometown. Kind of starts here, in our area and exploded from there. All different places. Obviously, there's all the different, hometown Shopkos, all of those things. They have really impacted a lot of small communities throughout the state.
But with the company announcing 4 new store closures around Northeast Wisconsin, in addition to the other 3 stores they announced last week, there's a lot of uncertainty about its future.
Obviously, it'll affect our economy, our workforce, and all of that. And that happens when any major, institution closes down, and then the community unfortunately has to kind of adapt.
Some of this is simply the way business evolves and changes. Some of it is the fact that within the retail sector, there's a real earthquake going on with Amazon and Google and some of the other opportunities for people to shop online.
Jim Golenbeski is the executive director for the Bay Area Workforce Development Board. He says the closing of these stores will leave many people without jobs, but luckily there are more than 500 open positions at other area retailers.
I never want to disregard the fact that it's traumatic to lose a job at a place where you have some familiarity, you have friends, your customers. That's not an easy thing, but at the same time, this isn't the Great Recession. People are stepping out into an area where there's a lot of other opportunities.
Now, all of the stores that are closing for good here in Northeast Wisconsin will close their doors sometime in April. You can find more information in my story on fox11online.com. Reporting live in Green Bay, Amber Luckett, Fox 11 News.
All right, Amber, thank you. And now we're going to take a closer look at other retailers that have filed for bankruptcy in this past year. According to BusinessInsider.com, more than a dozen retailers filed for bankruptcy or announced liquidation plans in 2018. It's a lot of them, so let's take a look at a few. Starting with Bon-Ton Stores. In February, it filed for bankruptcy. These are department stores that you might know, like Yonkers, the Bon-Ton Store, and Elder Beerman. The company said that e-commerce played a major role in its bottom line. A month later, Claire's Jewelry filed for bankruptcy. The company saying that there was a drastic drop in mall traffic that had an effect on them. That same month, Remington Outdoor filed for bankruptcy. It says gun sales were low, and the company was also facing a class action lawsuit in 2014. Then in April, 9 West Holdings filed for bankruptcy. It's a company that specializes in women's clothing and shoes. It had a debt of more than $1 billion. Then in the fall, Toys R Us liquidated, also shutting down its Toys R Us and Babies R Us websites. The company said that for years it had been dealing with a mounting debt, and it just caught up with them. Mattress Firm is next filing. The company's been facing competition from bed-in-a-box online stores for a while now, and that caught up with them. That same month, it was Sears that filed for bankruptcy. Now, it announced plans to close more than 200 stores, but today there are reports that the company chair won a bankruptcy bid, and that means the company may not fold after all. But finally, you might have heard of David's Bridal. That retailer also filing for bankruptcy. The company saying that consumers had changing tastes, and that affected its wedding industry, filing for bankruptcy.
Children's clothing retailer Gymboree may be the next company to file for bankruptcy. The Wall Street Journal says it would be the second time in 2 years for Gymboree. Gymboree also includes the Janie and Jack and Crazy 8 brands. There's a Gymboree store at Bay Park Square in Ashwaubenon. The company also has Crazy 8 stores both at Bay Park and the Fox River Mall in Grand Chute. The Journal reports the company plans to liquidate all of its 900 stores. Gymboree has not commented on the report, but last month the retailer said that it had started a review of operations.